Okay, first of all, thank you for all the birthday wishes. I love, appreciate, and adore you all. It made my day. And if you're watching this and you're like, I didn't know it was his birthday, shame on you. Get the notifications set up. Get with the program. I'm kidding. I'm terrible at birthdays. I deserve nothing. All right, I have some post-birthday thoughts to share with you. Here they go. I have two eyes that can see, but to who or what do I credit for that sight? I have two ears that can hear, a mind that can think. I feel, I touch, I hear, I think, I see. But to who or what do I credit these things? Sometimes I credit God, sometimes my mother, sometimes biology. But I certainly would never credit my ability to see to myself. To most anyone, it would be unreasonable for me to do so. I do not see as a result of anything that I achieved or earned or strived for. I do not see because of me. I may credit chance, I may credit God, I may credit my parents, my genes, but I would not ever say, I think, I feel, I see, I touch, I hear because of me. Thank goodness for me. And yet when I've built something, when I've created something or achieved something, when I've bought a new house, a new car, fixed a relationship, I almost always think, bam, I did that. I deserve my credit for that. Give me what I'm owed for that. I want my accolade for that. And yet I built the thing, I achieved the thing, I fixed the thing, I earned the thing with my eyes, my ears, my touch, my thoughts. So then who or what deserves this credit? Who is entitled to it? If I don't credit myself for my sight, if I don't credit myself for my hearing, if I can't credit myself for my mind or for my ability, clearly these conditions, these experiences, these functions come from some other place beyond the identity of me. But you may say to me, you did drive those thoughts, you did develop those abilities, you did participate. Yes, maybe. But who or what drove the me that did so? The me that did so is composed of an infinite number of factors and elements that resulted in my being able to do so. I had to be born with curiosity and the ability to chase it. I had to have been born an American. I had to have had conditions that allowed me to go to and stay in school. I had to have had the wherewithal and fortitude to graduate. I had to meet a lucky friend or two that would help elevate and inspire my journey. I had to have those things. I did not create those things. They were given to me. Or if I did play a part in creating them, I had to have been given the courage, the fortitude, the motivation, the clarity, the love, the fill in the blank to do so. And I had to have been born with these eyes that could see, this mind that could think, these ears that could hear, and this body that could function. And I had to have been born in this place and time in history. And my point is not that I should not take credit for the job, the house, the car, the relationship. No, credit is good when it drives satisfaction and motivation and self-worth and achievement. That's why it's there. But what I am saying is that there were a lot of other things at play. Something else was in the mix. And therefore, when I look at somebody else and I interpret their experience, their place in life as being less than what it should be, when I interpret their logic, their behavior as being less than what it should be, when I interpret their lot in life as being less than what I deem it should be, who or what am I really detracting? Who or what am I really disappointed in? Who or what am I mad at? This is where I believe compassion is born. This is where I believe the flowers of empathy and gratitude originate, blossom, and grow. Because if I'm willing to believe in and accept the infinite number of factors that allowed me to be where I am today, who I am today, what I am today, what I have today, I cannot but be grateful. Think on it. A planet that we call Earth had to meet a very specific set of circumstances and conditions. It had to be a specific distance from the sun. It had to develop the perfect conditions for an atmosphere, for oxygen and hydrogen and carbon, and those had to combine to create water and then life. It had to go on like that, living and surviving and thriving for millions of years, avoiding cataclysmic disasters with giant boulders flying around outer space that could wipe out life upon impact. And all these conditions are so unique, in fact, that we have not seen it replicated anywhere else around us as far as the eye can see. And then, of course, my parents had to meet, and their parents had to meet, and they had to be bold enough to commit themselves to each other. I had to narrowly miss that plane crash when I was 10 and those car crashes when I was 14 and 17. And I had to avoid addiction and drug overdoses, and more than one mugging in Times Square, and countless other unseen catastrophes. I had to survive 9/11, and I had to be born with these eyes that could see, this mind that could think, this body that could function, and I had to be born in this place and time in history. There are an infinite number of gifts that have allowed me to be who I am today, that have allowed me to be what I am today, that have allowed me to have what I have today. We call them gifts because they were given. And therefore, how can I possibly measure the infinite number of conditions, the infinite number of circumstances that I deem sufficient or insufficient? How dare I? How can I be but grateful for who I am and where I am and what I have, and wish all those blessings on any other being that does not have the same? How can I not look through eyes of compassion and empathy and gratitude and wish for a better life experience for all people? I did not originate or control the millions of cells that make up my body. I did not choose to grow or cease growing a single hair on my head, a single nail, a single body limb. So I can't credit myself too much for the things that I love, just as I can't feel too badly about the things that I don't. I see because I am. I am because it was given me. It was given me just because. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. God bless.